Tonight we are back to football. It's the Thursday opener for 2024, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there on a very quick first down.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific home season. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Purdy from the gun. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Prescott now on 2nd down. And that's complete to Cooks. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And Debo going to have a Niners 1st down as he's up to the 43. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Purdy looking to throw. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 18.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Back to throw, Purdy. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Purdy. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, a 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is fielded at the 27. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Under pressure, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. This is taken at the 18. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. As far as the early games go on Sunday, we'll have our eye on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A big one for the Chiefs, as they'll be forced to reckon with the Las Vegas Raiders. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Seattle Seahawks. And then finally, a good one on Sunday night between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 37.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you always hate to see it. Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Well, Mike McCarthy correct in his assessment there to challenge that ruling. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing here, Purdy. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A 2nd down throw for Purdy. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Now Moody for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And again, it's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Prescott. Pass complete. He's got Hendershot. And he's got Rome. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. First down, Prescott. Into the hands of Hendershot. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Brings up 2nd and 9, the 39-yard line.
As they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 10. A minute 50 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Now Prescott. Complete. Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Dak. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. To throw, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Dak. That's complete to Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Prescott. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Prescott to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And it is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And it's the 49ers who recover, and that ought to just about do it. The 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the best on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
The home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Dallas, They obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the way. Travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.